All right, it is 1:36 a.m. on Monday, March 3rd. I am still doing work, even though my friends think that it's impossible for me to keep doing work at this late of an hour, but somehow it is, and I don't really understand it myself. It just happens. So I'm actually going to be talking while I am studying for a kanji quiz, which is interesting. Kanji is kind of hard to memorize, I guess, because you really don't memorize what they are. Like, it's kind of weird. So, like, there are words that you just have to memorize. Like, right now, doing the word for worker, which technically is just in, but then when you write it in the, the word that we're being, used for, office worker, then I don't memorize in, I memorize kaishain, or kashain. Or kaishain? Yeah, kaishain. And that's office worker. And then what's annoying about it is that sometimes the kanji changes, what it sounds like in that section. So the next one that I need to do is the kanji for new, and it's atarashi, and it's wait, hold on, yeah. So it means atarashi, so it gets the atara in atarashi. So when I try and write new, then I know it's said like this. Oh, I'm writing it down wrong. Tara. But it also is in the word newspaper. And newspaper does not even remotely sound like atara, which gets really annoying. And I don't understand why. Like, I understand why it makes sense within the context of the actual word, because for newspaper, if you read the kanji separately, it means new, read, which makes sense for newspaper. But the atara part, the new part, is pronounced shin. And it's really annoying, because I just have to memorize that that's what it is. And it's a lot sometimes. Just a lot of memorization. Like, I don't know, the thing that I remember hearing is that for Japanese, high school students, they are expected to, read or know 3,000 kanji characters by memory before their graduation. And that's just crazy to me. And I can't really, technically I guess I do it. It's I've memorized probably at least 3,000, well, more than 3,000 words. English is dumb sometimes with the amount of words that there are, and the frickin' SAT vocab that really did not do anything for me is annoying. But I guess I did that, but now I have to redo it, and it's annoying. Yeah. Sorry, I'm tangenting on about this, but what I kind of want to follow through into is that I've talked a lot of times about me being really annoyed. Oh, I actually misread. It's not Shinbun is not new read, it's new listen. That's correct. That's a correction. But I've mentioned multiple times that I don't do work in my room. A multitude of reasons for that. Oh, no, I'm wrong again. No, I was right. Never mind. But I am, I don't like doing work in my room. It's never been good because I get distracted. I have a computer in my room, so I'd rather do that. Then also roommates, which is roommates. But I also find that I really need a whiteboard nowadays. And I don't know why. I just do. I think like studying wise is really good, especially like if I'm writing a lot and I don't need to be permanent, then it actually works out pretty well. But I really need to for math, I find that I really need to have a whiteboard because I erase a lot of things a bunch of times. I go through and I like like you do something, make sure it's right. And I don't want to write in my notebook and on my answer sheet before it's correct. And so I find that I really need to do that. And colleges are surprisingly scarce when it comes to classrooms and rooms with whiteboards. So it always comes down to me just either staying up late or just being lucky. Like today, I was coming back from the gym I went to the gym, got dinner. I was coming back at 8, and this classroom that I'm in right now was empty. So I put my stuff in here, and then I did the classic put my bag in there to claim it, and then I went back and showered and did my laundry. So I kind of feel a little bit selfish on doing that. But, I mean, other people probably do it. Like, I'm not the only one. The boarding school that I went to, that was like there was a problem that you could not go a single walk through the main hallway without seeing bags just strewn over classrooms, and it was impossible to get a classroom. Back then, it was fine for me to do work in my room because I didn't have as much work, but also I was alone in my room, so it was fine. And ooh, but I also I've talked about this when I talked about my writing style. I did talk about that. Damn, that's so long ago. But when I would when I do essays and stuff or things that require thinking, I speak it out loud. I talk to myself because it's just my thinking process, I guess. And so I need to say it out loud. And, if you're in a library and you're, like, pacing around your desk, muttering to yourself, then that means that you are a crazy person and probably should not be in school. So I want to be alone when I at least write essays or do things that require critical thinking skills. Yeah. Shigoto, do a job. There's like definitely specific reasons for like the roommates that I can't be in my room. They are inconsistent with their schedules. They never go to bed at the same time every night. Well, people don't go to bed at the same time every night, but like there's like usually there's a consistent, I'm not going to go to bed before X time. And some days I come home and he's up until 1:30 and I'm like, damn, I'm coming home late and you're still up. And there's also some times where I come home, but I get back to my room at 9 o'clock and I'm like, okay, I'm going to play some stuff with my boys, and he's passed out in his bed and I'm like, what is happening? It really just does not make sense, and sometimes. And it gets really annoying because I can't predict them. Even their classes I can't predict. And that's what's the most annoying part, is because people should have a consistent schedule, Like, that's like, you should have a consistent schedule in the daytime because you should have classes. But I have not figured out his schedule because I don't know when he goes to class. But I have seen him go to class at 9 o'clock when I go to class, but then doesn't some other days. And there's no class that would fit at 9 o'clock just on Mondays or whatever. And so it's really confusing, and it's just like really annoying because sometimes I wake up and he's already awake just already awake and set an alarm. And then sometimes I wake up and he's asleep for another two hours, but it's the same day just the next week. It's really annoying. And so I find that I can't be in there because I don't know if I'm going to be doing work and he decides that he's the most important person in the room and is going to go to bed. And so I don't do that. And it's because I am a nice person and I don't want to bother other people, and also I don't want them to bother me. And so that's why I come to a room and I be alone. I also get really tired of wearing AirPods all the time. And that's like more of a personal issue, but like I have I think an overactive imagination. Like I can't sleep without a sort of noise. I can't do work without something. I can't even read right now without doing something unless I'm like invested in the book. So like I listen to music constantly. And so I wear AirPods all the time. And every so often I'll get like my ear starts to hurt because it's been oh, hold on, like it's just I've been wearing them too much. And it's just like, so I come into classrooms because I can close the door and I can put my music through the classroom speakers and the projector, and I can either like watch a show, come to classrooms to watch movies, which has been pretty great, just listen to music, and so it's nice. Oh, this is Shashin. Right, Shashin is Densha. What am I? I'm so dumb. Densha. Alright. But yeah, it's kind of like the main reasons why I come, and it's getting annoying, especially in winter. It's always annoying in winter because I have to I have to walk in the cold, and it's at night, so it gets incredibly cold. And I don't want to do that as much anymore, and so I'm kind of waiting for it to be warmer. But it's also like I get kind of annoyed that I come back to my room after practice, I come back after working out, I come back after dinner, I shower, and it's 8:30, 9 o'clock, and I have to lug myself over to another building across campus to then start doing work because I can't do work in my room, I can't do work when I'm on the move, and I need a whiteboard. So it's just really annoying. And maybe like half of that is the reasons why I stay up so late is that I go to a classroom so far away, and maybe I don't want to just even walk back to my room, though the factor is more so just the roommates being atrocious people. And yeah, right now I'm just kind of rambling because I want to, I guess. But I don't really have anything else to say. Let me just finish this one. Yasumu or yasumi, which is yasumu is holiday, to be absent, and yasumi is holiday. Okay, so yeah, I guess that is why I always come to a room, and maybe like I shouldn't be complaining as much because I kind of am putting myself in this position a lot of the time because I'm choosing to come to a room. But as I like mentioned in the monthly report video, when I was here last year and I didn't have roommates, I would do work in my room all the time. I had a pretty awesome schedule. I would go to class. I would relax for an hour. I would get dinner at 5. I would do work until 7. Actually, no. Sometimes I would do that, but I think most of the time it would be I would do work until 7:30, eat dinner at 7:30, go to the gym at 8, get back to my room at like 9:30, shower, and start doing a little bit more work or playing video games at 10, and then go to bed at 12. So like it was a schedule, and it made sense, and it made it so that I was in my room at a reasonable hour, and because I never stayed up past past midnight at all during the spring semester last year. Maybe a couple of times to study, but never at all. And now I don't think I've gone to bed or been in my room before 11 o'clock in the past. Well, no, I've been in my room before because I just didn't have that much work and I could play video games, but I have not gone to bed before 12, I think, this entire year. And I would be willing to wager that 80% of the time I have not been in my room before midnight. I used to actually have a rule in the fall that I would not go back to my room, or I had to force myself to go back to my room at 12:30 because I was staying up way too late because I really just did not want to be back in my room. So yeah, that's it. I got, was it 4 or 5 more kanji to write down, and then just have to do a quick memorization, and I'll be waking up early tomorrow to study anyways. And yeah, that is about it. Tomorrow is tomorrow. Long day. And then I just have 2 more weeks until nationals. And once nationals hits, I am done. I'll just play hockey, go on spring break, come back, and I think I'll have my entire world will open up. So, just waiting for that.